I think you can start.
Yeah, it's going. It's starting.
Thank you.
ನಿಮ್ದು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ?
It's up.
Yeah, it's up. Okay. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶರಣು. ಗುಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಆಲ್. ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ನಂದು ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅವಿನ್ ಅವರ. ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು VSNY NJ event to honor our chapter graduates from high school, undergraduate and degree of higher studies. I am pleased to announce that the following graduates from the various disciplines will be honored today. I'll be starting my slideshow. In the high school section, we will be honoring Rasvita Rajendra, Akshay Muniyappa, Anvita Bhattat, Suvan Sundaresh. Congratulations to all of them. In the college or the undergraduate section, today we will be honoring Mallika Yadwad, Seema Sajjan, Kunal Anagandi, and Trisha Gurukar. Congratulations to all of them. And in the graduate of higher studies, today we are honoring Bilwa Chandra, Pujita Shivaprasad. And we are also honoring Meghana Uday. On behalf of VSNY Samaja, Veerashaiva Samaja of New York, New Jersey, congratulations and best wishes to all of them.
ಈಗ ಗೀತಾ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ
Yeah, focus ಮಾಡಿ. Yeah.
One second. Let me finish.
Okay. Sorry, I'll get you back.
Sure. I'm trying to stop my sharing. Stop sharing. Oh, here. Stop sharing. Sorry about that. It is quite common whenever we honor these graduates, we congratulate them with a standard set of messages. But this year is not an ordinary year. We are all aware of the difficulties faced during this pandemic, and our Samaja kids have faced this pandemic with a determination. They were adjusted their school activities, and they have bravely faced this pandemic. And it is truly extraordinary that our entire academic year, the last year, was spent remotely with little or no physical interaction with either the teachers, guidance counselors, or any of these friends. It reminds me from our Veerashaiva scriptures, as we all know as Vachanas. Right? Allama Prabhu, who is a contemporary of Baswanna, he says about a Vachana, about opportunity in life. And it goes like this. Kotta kudureyannu ಏರಲು ಅರಿಯದೆ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಕುದುರೆಯ ಬಯಸುವವರು ವೀರರೂ ಅಲ್ಲ ಧೀರರೂ ಅಲ್ಲ. Brave and courageous individuals utilize this opportunity, in this case education, given to them, and they completed this to the best of their ability and get this work done. On behalf of all the Veerashaiva Samaja and all the chapter members, I have hearty congratulations to all the graduates. May God guide them with all the best wishes in their near future. And today's program is as follows. We will be starting the program with the invocation of Vachana from Gita Patil. Then there will be a graduation speech by Mr. Nandan Nilvigi. Then we will be starting honoring our high school graduates by Avin Iremat. After that, we'll be honoring the college graduates by Geeta Patil. Then we'll be honoring our graduates from higher degrees by Avin Hiremat. Then following that, we will parents who is going to experience their thought, who is going to share their thoughts, experiences and all. And finally, we'll be ending the program with an entertainment program. And just before I start the program, one appeal. I would like to appeal all my chapter members to purchase the membership for our Samaja. Please do buy our membership and also contribute to our Dasoha. Thank you all for attending today's program. Now I will pass the control to Geeta Patil for Vachana rendition. Thank you.
Okay. I think ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಇವ್ರೆ.
I mean, yeah.
I can hear some noise. Dear VSNOI NJ graduates and family members, it's an honor to be part of the celebration this evening. Parents, you are probably wondering where the years have gone as you have marveled at your sons and daughters' accomplishments. It doesn't seem that long ago when these young adults we honor today were toddling off to start kindergarten. Congratulations, graduates. You are the class of 2021. You graduated at a time in history when our world's dealing with enormous challenges. Continue to care about yourself, your family, your friends, and your Samaja and world. Wherever the next chapters in your life may take you, make sure the journey is full of joy. These graduates have worked against so many odds due to COVID-19 pandemic. During their entire school year, they did not meet their friends and teachers in person. No sports, no clubs, no trips, no fun and physical activities. In spite of these hurdles, they achieved their targeted success. This reminds me of a popular Akka Mahadevi Vachana, which aptly fits to this situation. That's one of my favorite too. Now I will recite the Akka's Vachana in Kannada first and then in English. ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೊಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ, ಸಮುದ್ರದ ತಡಿಯಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ನೊರೆ ತೆರೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೊಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ, ಸಂತೆಯೊಳಗೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಚಿದೊಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ, ಚೆನ್ನಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ದೇವ ಕೇಳಯ್ಯ, ಲೋಕದೊಳಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಬಳಿಕ ಸ್ತುತಿ ನಿಂದೆಗಳು ಬಂದರೆ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಪವ ತಾಳದೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನಿಯಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. After building a house on the mountain, how can you be afraid of wild animals around it? After building a house on the seashore, how can you be afraid of lofty waves? After building a house on the flea market, how can you be concerned with the noise? Oh Lord, Channamallikarjuna, listen. Once we build a house on the mountain, we should be ready to live with the wild animals that might be roaming around the house. After all, we have built our house in their natural habitat. Roaming around their habitat when and where they like is their nature. We should have considered this aspect before building the house. Once the house is built, the only right choice is to develop a mindset of cooperative living rather than disturbed by the presence of wild animals. Along the same lines, it is only natural that waves hit a house built on the seashore. We should be prepared for high tides and even tsunami. Similarly, we should be prepared for the noise of the market once we build a house in the midst of market. In this Vachana, Akka portrays her realization of how one must stay calm while handling life situations. She advises us not to lose our temper, become angry or annoyed at world's disapproval or approval, and not to become proud at world's approval. She advocates that the success or failure coming our way should not disturb our balance and calmness of mind. Thank you. Now, Mr. Shankar Sanikopa will introduce our guest speaker. Thank you.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. And I think I'm not on mute, right? Okay. Yeah, welcome everyone. And today's guest speaker is Nandan Nelugi. Nandan is a senior partner at White & Case. It's a global law firm with more than 5,000 employees and 2.2 billion in revenue. Currently, he heads America's energy infrastructure project and asset finance, and also head of India practice. He specializes in the development, acquisition, sale and financing of power projects and other energy infrastructure projects in the US and also around the world. Currently, he also heads India's head practice, basically India's practice, and advise on cross-border merger and acquisitions, joint ventures, private equity, and other corporate transactions involving India also. A lot of you know about IITs or the Indian Institute of Technology in India. They are very hard to get admission into. And usually they take about 10,000 people every year. But you may not have heard National Law School of India University. This offers a 5 years law program and admits only about 120 students per year. Imagine IIT is 10,000, it's only 120 students per year. So Nandan met his wife Pujita there, and now they have 2 children, Megha, who is a junior this year, and Milan is a freshman. After law school, Nandan went to Harvard Law School and finished masters in just 1 year. And since then, he is working for White and Case for the last 27 years. Believe it or not, he is the youngest person to make partner in White and Case history, in the company history itself, youngest partner to become. I know Nandan since childhood, and also both of our mothers went to school together. We went to same school until 5th grade in a small town called Haveri in Karnataka, as everybody knows. One interesting fact I want to tell about Nandan is that even though he lived in the US for almost 30 years, he never owned a car until last year, as he lived 1 year in Boston and the rest of the time in New York City. Thank you, Nandan, for coming and joining us today to talk about or sharing your experiences and talking to our graduates. Nandan, you are on next.
Yeah. Thank you, Shankar. I hope you can hear me. Great.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, we can.
Namaskara eldriguve. Shankar, thank you for those really kind and generous words of introduction. Appreciate that. Shankar didn't really tell how close he and I are. We are both chaddi dosts. We grew up together. I'm really fond of Shankar, and he brings back all the fond memories that I have from my childhood. So it's really an honor to be introduced by Shankar, to be invited to speak to all of the graduates and their families. Now I recognize a number of names that of students that I have met before, Kunal and Bilwa. Hopefully you are there on Zoom, but in any event, it's such a joy to be talking to all of you. First of all, congratulations to all of the graduates. It's quite an achievement. So we're all very proud of you. And being a dad of 2 kids, one of them, my son, who's 18-year-old, just graduated from high school this year and headed towards college this year. And my daughter, Megha, who is a rising junior in college. I know how hard all of you work and all the challenges of balancing the demands of schoolwork and social engagements that you all have to deal with. My hat's off to you for dealing with all those challenges, particularly in a very challenging year. So Shankar told me that I had to say something inspirational. to the graduates. Of course, he didn't put any pressure by saying that. The irony is that, like every other adult, I need as much inspiration and inspirational boost as any young graduate. But let me tell you what the bigger irony is. None of the graduates would listen to anything inspirational that your own parents have to say without rolling your eyes. But hopefully here you are, listening to some unknown dad, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, hopefully, again. Well, don't worry, I have no misconception that you are not going to roll your eyes, so go right ahead and roll your eyes. And guess what? My own son and daughter would never listen to anything inspirational that I have to say without rolling their eyes. So I'm no stranger to eye rolling, but it's not going to stop me from going ahead and saying what I have to say. So as Shankar said, I'm a corporate lawyer doing international deals and deals on Wall Street. I work a ridiculous number of hours every day, like others on the Wall Street. I lead the energy and infrastructure practice at this global law firm called White & Case. But I will tell you, I find what I do to be really, really exciting. And I'm going to tell you what we do, not because I want to give the impression that what I do is very important, but because I want to communicate a few key points that I hope that will be useful to you as you are graduating. So what I do in the world of energy and infrastructure, if you've been paying attention to what's going on around the world is facing a climate challenge. And it seems to be waking up to realize that the only planet we know that is habitable to human beings may not survive this particular crisis, climate crisis that it's facing. And a lot of that crisis is because of the way in which we produce and consume energy. And it may not be obvious to everybody. Energy is as important as oxygen for our living, for our life. A lot of companies that produce energy that we all need and we all consume. So when I started my career doing this work with a lot of energy companies 27 years ago, I came out of being a very idealistic, young, opinionated man. I worked for an environmental organization called Sierra Club Legal Defense Fund in Denver, in Boulder, Colorado. Before that, in India, when I grew up, I used to work with Sundarlal Bahuguna, which many of the parents on the Zoom call may recognize the name. He just passed away a couple of months ago. He was the founder of the Chipko movement in India. Chipko movement was the movement which was started by Sundarlal Bahuguna by simply hugging trees. So when deforestation was rampant in India, Sundarlal Bahuguna and a bunch of villagers went and basically hugged the trees so that people didn't cut those trees down. And I went and lived with Sundarlal Bahuguna in Jharkhand for 30 days, marched from Gangotri to Rishikesh, trying to bring awareness to the villagers and the industrialists and the politicians about the importance of environment. At that point of time, they were building the Tehri Dam that was going to submerge large parcels of land. And I was in the midst of it. And then I started working for the energy companies, the likes of ExxonMobil, Shell, Chevron, which were the polar opposites of everything that I had done before that. Fast forward 27 years, I'm here to tell you, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of the contradiction of being an environmental idealist and working for an energy company. And what the point of that is, every one of us has a role in this world. We all do important things. It doesn't matter what you do. What matters is how well you do it and what kind of efforts you put into it. The transformation of the world from the conventional energy sources that was about to destroy the world to using energy that is new and renewable is going to be brought about by the energy companies. That's why I'm proud of it. It's easy to criticize what people do, easy to say that energy companies are destroying the world, but we all benefit from it. But the change is also going to come from them. The change is going to come from them because we cannot wake up one day and rip apart all of the assets and all of the trillions of dollars of investments that have been made and start in a jungle living without energy. We cannot all produce the energy that this world needs from the sun and the wind overnight. We need to transition. We need to transition to cleaner fuels. We need to transition to new sources of energy. We need to do both at the same time. The point of all of that is that we need to respect the other person's point of view. We need to see that there are two sides to an argument always. There are two sides to the coin. And that's the only way we progress. And so I know that a lot of the young people are up in arms against what the older generation did to destroy, so-called destroy the world. And the new generation is impatient about trying to bring about the change, wants to bring about the change quickly. And I respect your point of view. I was once an idealist like all of you. And that's the only way change comes about. Somebody has to push the other person. We all need to push each other. And so I'm proud of my work, as you should be. Whatever work you want to do, you venture to do, and you hope to do. But find something to do. That is what is more important. Do it well. Put your heart and soul in it. And don't be ashamed of what you do. Don't listen to anything anybody says about the fact that maybe they perceive what you are doing is useless. But find a way to be proud of what you do. The second thing, I'm proud of the work that I do. The second reason is because in this extraordinary pandemic that we've all gone through, it's been work that has kept me going. Work is precious. Work is worship. And it's a source of joy. So as you graduate from formal learning in high school or college or graduate program, learning doesn't end. It just begins. It's just a new way of learning. And you learn from life, you learn from work. You just have to teach yourself going forward. And you will find, as I found, that learning and working is your best friend. It'll keep you going through the challenges that life will throw, as we have just come through one, and will make you resilient. And that's the last message that I want to leave you all with, is resilience. And work and learning will hopefully make us all resilient. I'm so thrilled that we are coming out of this extraordinary pandemic. That's just illustration of how resilient we all are, and we are all resilient because of everything that we all do. All the ways in which we take care of each other, all the ways in which we inspire each other, all the ways in which we help each other. And I hope you all remember to achieve what you all want to achieve, and at the same time, take care of your parents, take care of your friends, take care of your society, and keep the hope alive. At the beginning of the pandemic, I had given up hope. But at the end of the pandemic, I've never been as hopeful as I am. And I hope if you leave this meeting with anything, leave it with the hope that the future is bright and there is a lot of joy that life has to offer. Thank you all for listening, and thank you all for giving me the opportunity. And I look forward to meeting you all in person very soon. Thank you, Shankar.
Thank you. Thank you, Nandan.
Yeah, okay. Shankar, you can
Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Nandan Nilibigi. We, from all VSNY NJ members, appreciate and thank you for sharing your knowledge and thoughts. And thank you very much for having some time to come along with us in this program. Okay, now we'll start, go ahead and honor the high school graduates. Just a minute, let me. Okay. Sorry, just a minute. I'm not able to get the screen. I'm sorry, I'm a little stuck here. Just give me a minute. Okay. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry about the little hiccup. Okay, I'll be introducing the high school graduates and honoring them. Before that, I just wanted to give a quick suggestions for the college kids. I hope if someone from those high school kids are listening, it'll be pretty helpful because this is some experience which I went through with my son. The first thing basically is once you go into college, okay, you enjoy your time, okay, and make it memorable, and be responsible also along with it. So yeah, okay, this is sounds easy, right? Okay, so next is it's a little tough one, but I would suggest like the kids, you should basically choose a path, or you should choose your major. In your major, you have to choose a particular path. Like an example would be like if you're taking a finance major, in that what you like to do is basically if you like accounting or auditing, trading, or private equity or investment banking. So these are kind of different paths what you can choose in a finance major. So this is an example, okay? So if you can choose your path and make your set, and you're set with the path, and so the sooner you do this, it becomes easier for you. Basically, for the reason that you can start building up your resume. Okay, so the next thing is you should, the moment you set your path, start building a resume, and according to that path, you start attending some competitions or clubs activities, or do some certifications or something like that. And so that making a resume is basically making your color. All these competitions are going to show colors on your resume, right? So that way, so which is going to build up for a goal. So, and the next thing is you should basically expand your network of friends, and also in all walks of life. And you should also have a very good social network connections. So which, like example will be like a word of mouth makes a lot of difference. So you can get a lot of things done by word of mouth. So that way you have established your network well. And the next thing I would say is manage your time well, because from school, from a 6-hour school class, you will be going for a college where you'll be doing this maybe a 2-hour per day, or a 4-hour per day, or a 6-hour per day. So whatever, so I would say manage your time well between all the things what you do. Okay, so yeah, these are things, and I'm pretty sure you're all set on a path to make your parents and the family proud, right? Okay, good luck to all the graduates, and I will start introducing the high school graduates. The first one, okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Okay, so here the first the high school graduate we are honoring is Rashmita Rajendra, and she's basically graduating from East Brunswick High School, and she is going to Northeastern University, majoring in behavioral neuroscience and minoring in data science. So I've got a video from her, what she has to say and her experience.
Hi, my name is Rasita Rajendra, and I will be attending Northeastern University in Boston, Massachusetts, with a major in behavioral neuroscience and a minor in data science. I decided to end up picking behavioral neuroscience because it combines two subjects that I love, biology and psychology, and I did run the psychology club in my school, and I did take biology honors and biology AP, and together it just seemed like the perfect match for me. So the topic I'm going to be talking about today is what was the best advice that I had ever received, and what advice I would wish to give to others. So the best advice that I've been given and wish to give to others is to stop comparing yourself to other people. Comparing grades and the amount of clubs and community service hours that you've done in high school will prevent you from doing and joining these things out of your own interest and out of your own motivation. It shouldn't be because you want to have a better resume than your classmates that will let you continue to reach for an unattainable goal in high school. Someone told me once that if one person was the color, like a dark violet purplish color, and another person was a light lavender purple, that doesn't mean that that person that's the lighter color purple isn't purple. Stay with me here. So basically, just because one person had a deeper shade of purple compared to the other person who had a lighter shade of purple, that person's dark purple doesn't take away from the other person's purple. So what I'm trying to say is, if someone else had straight A's while you had A's and B's, their intelligence doesn't take away from yours. You're both intelligent, smart, and capable. Someone else's abilities don't take away from your own. That's really, really important to keep in mind, especially in a high school atmosphere. Along with that, no one is perfect at everything. Everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses, and you should find your strengths and focus on that instead of criticizing yourself for your weaknesses. Comparing yourself to others is one of the most toxic things that you can do to yourself, and you don't deserve that. Trust me. So focus on yourself and your strengths, and don't worry about what other people are doing, because they aren't you.
Okay, so that was Rashmita Rajendra, and now moving on to the next graduate, high school graduate, that is Akshay Muniappa. And Akshay Muniappa, he is graduating from North Brunswick Township High School, and he will be going to University of Texas and majoring in electrical and computer engineering. He also has a video presentation and his experience. I will just get to the video.
Hello everyone, my name is Akshay and I recently graduated from North Brunswick Township High School. This fall, I'm going to the University of Texas at Austin and I'm looking to study electrical and computer engineering. As to how I got interested in that, last year I did a research project with a professor from the University of Washington and the naval officer from the U.S. Navy's Office of Naval Research. We spent a couple months putting together buoys to monitor weather conditions in the Arctic, and we used the data that we got once they were deployed to analyze climate change patterns in the Arctic Ocean. And from working on those buoys, I really fell in love with the whole discipline, so that's why I want to study it. So I'll be talking about how it's better to stay on track than to try and catch up on all your late work. So this was an issue I especially had this year where it was all virtual. So assignments, instead of being due the next day, they were due at the end of the week at like 11:59 or whatever. So instead of, doing it right after school like I usually did a couple of years back, I would just, I'll do it tomorrow, and I would just leave it till the end of the week. So it would usually end up, Thursday night or Friday night, 10 p.m., 5 assignments due in like the next 2 hours. So usually I would, at the beginning of the year, I would get through it. It is what it is. So just keep going through. But then as the year, progressed, classes started to get a lot harder and harder. So instead of having 5 assignments due, and I could, do it in 2 hours, it took me a lot more to finish it. I would stay up to 2 a.m., 3 a.m. some days. So this is all because I really just let it sit. I didn't work on it at all. If it was assigned Monday, I would not even touch it until Thursday or Friday. So don't do what I did. Try and get a start on it early. If you spend even just an hour, 30 minutes a day, at least work on it, write a paragraph or an essay or whatever. Don't let it all, stack up at the end of the week. It's just like a snowball. If, once you first start rolling it, it's really, really small. You can, stop it with your hand, but as it, rolls and rolls and rolls and gets faster and faster, it gets really, really big. So the last thing you want is to have a mountain of work at 10 p.m. Friday night. It's just not fun. So I know that 90% of you won't listen to me, but at least try and do this for the biggest projects, like your, end of term essays or, final projects. Just if you have a lot of time to work on something, use some of the time earlier to, at least get started, do research, write like a first draft, okay, it might be bad, but you can edit it later. Don't do it all at the very last second. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you, and I wish the best of luck to everybody.
Okay. Yeah, so moving on to the next graduate, high school graduate, that is Anvita Bhattar. So she's graduating from South Brunswick High School and going to University of Pittsburgh with majoring in bioengineering. Okay, we have a video from her too, so which I'm going to play now.
Hi, my name is Anvita, and I just graduated from South Brunswick High School. In high school, I've made National Honor Society, and I'm also an honors graduate. And aside from that, I was also a part of a few clubs, including the Biomedical Futures Club. And in this club, they talked about the different fields of study within biomedical sciences and the different career opportunities. So I chose to do this club because I felt it would help me, because I am also studying something that relates directly to biomedical sciences. Outside of school, I've been learning dance for the last 10 years, and I've been learning Kathak and Bollywood. In the fall, I am continuing my education at the University of Pittsburgh, and I'll be majoring in bioengineering. And I chose to do bioengineering because I've always had an interest for biology, and I've been very interested in how the cells and the tissues of the body work. And so I felt that studying bioengineering would give me the opportunity to study cells and tissues much more carefully and potentially work with them as well after I complete my bachelor's degree.
Okay, so yeah, so moving on to the next high school graduate is Suvan Sundaresh, and he's graduating from John P. Stevens High School, and he's actually going to do a live talk. So let me stop sharing my screen and get him live on the screen.
Are you able to hear me?
Just a minute, Suvan. I'm not able to spotlight you. I think I don't have the control. Onkar Ore, I think I don't have the host. Just want to give him spotlight for Suvan. Sorry, Suvan, just hold on a minute.
I think it should be good now, right? I think everyone can see me.
Suvan, go ahead, Suvan.
Oh, it's good? Okay, thank you. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. It's so nice to see you all again. It's been quite a while, but I first want to thank you all for helping me on this journey. Now I'm finally able to say that I've graduated high school. I recently graduated from John P. Stevens High School in Edison, New Jersey. And I'm also going to be attending Penn State. And I'm going to be attending their 7-year program for medicine. So we were brought on here today to talk about some type of advice that you have for, the younger generation or anything that you've learned. And one thing that I want to do is give advice for this younger generation. And my topic of choice, I was thinking of it while on video today. I really want to talk about passion. Passion is something that's very important to me. And there's a huge misconception I noticed among a lot of Asian families, including us. When you enter high school, every parent wants their child to do everything that they can. They go in their freshman year, they tell their kids, hey, run for that, run, be president, do that, join that Model UN club, be a Boy Scout, be in music. They want their kid to do everything. And I think that's a great mentality to have, my freshman year, I did the same. I wanted to join a lot of clubs. I really wanted to get involved. But I think it's very important to note that passion is really what distinguishes different people. And I think passion is what has distinguished also me and some of my success going in high school. When you look at somebody, you want to know that they have a purpose. You want to know that they have direction in their life. When you see a person that is doing everything, but isn't very distinguished in one certain thing and does everything, you see that they lack purpose and that they lack direction. And this is a big thing that I want to convey, that it's great to tell your child that they need to do all these things. But I think the greatest individuals are those who can take one thing and run with it and really get to the top with that certain thing. I read an article when I was doing my college searching. The individual who wrote this article was someone named Alan Cheng, and he's a Harvard graduate who runs the company called Prep Scholar. I'm sure many of you have heard of it. They are a tutoring service for SAT courses, for different courses that many parents sometimes enroll their kids in. And he said that the single most important thing into getting into all these top colleges and to achieving success is developing a spike. A spike is something where you take an extracurricular, you take something that you're really passionate about and you take it to the top as much as you can. You put all of your energy into that one thing, and that distinguishes you. When you have two people, for an example, as I was talking about earlier, one person who is in all of these clubs activities, they take it to a state, they take it to a local level, and they're not really distinguished in one certain thing versus someone who might be great at chemistry, who's a national chemistry Olympiad, something like that. You see that spike, that one person is very distinguishable from the other person. And I think that's something that's very important, and not just in high school and college too. You want to take your passion and run with it. So yeah, that's my advice for any high school graduates or upcoming high schoolers. And if you ever need to contact me, I will also put my email in the chat if you need anything from me. And thank you. It's really been an honor to be a part of VSNJ all these years. It's really helped me with my life, and I'm really glad that I've been a part of this community, because everyone here is so selfless. They teach these principles of wisdom and spirituality, and they've helped me become who I am today. So thank you for that.
Yeah, well, thank you, Suvan. That was a pretty good one. Okay, now let's move on with the undergrads, and that will be introduced by Geeta Patil ಅವರು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ಲೈಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, Geeta Patil.
Okay, Aika?
Yeah.
Okay, at this time, I'm so excited to share and honor the achievements of our young, bright, and hardworking college graduates of our Samaja. Can I have slides, please?
One నిమిషం. Okay.
I'm introducing them in a random order. Our first graduate, Mallika Yadwad, she received her bachelor degree with a double major in international affairs and public health from George Washington University. I have got her video. You can play the video.
Hi everyone, my name is Mallika Yadwad and I just graduated from George Washington University with a degree in International Affairs and a second major in Public Health. And the best advice that I have received and used throughout college has been to keep an open mind, and it's okay if you have a lot of different interests and passions. I originally started college studying International Affairs, which I loved. But I also really enjoyed science and health, so that's why I pursued a second major in public health. And even though they were very different fields, I was able to find some intersections between the two, and it gave me a lot of different new ways to think and learn from these two different fields and engaging in different communities. So it's okay to have a lot of different interests and passions, and you don't have to have it all figured out immediately. It's okay to take your time. I'm still figuring out my specific interests in international affairs and public health, but I wish all the new graduates best of luck. And if anybody's interested in studying international affairs, or if anybody's going to college for that, I'm more than happy to talk to them or answer any questions. So yeah, good luck and thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mallika. Our next graduate is Seema Sajjan. Seema Sajjan received her bachelor's degree with a double major in molecular and cellular biology and public health studies from Johns Hopkins University. She sent a note. I will read her note. My name is Seema Sajjan and I recently graduated from Johns Hopkins University. There I played varsity field hockey and double majored in molecular and cellular biology and public health studies. Next year, I will be working in the Department of Ophthalmology at the University of Maryland Medical Center as clinical research technician with the hopes of pursuing a career in medicine in the following years. I'll be building a mouse model to study graft versus host diseases, as well as working in the clinic with patients who are currently affected by this disease. Most importantly, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone, especially my mom, brother, and sister, who has supported me and my endeavors. I couldn't have made this without all your support. If anyone has any questions or needs advice about collegiate, sports, pre-med, my college experience, and really anything, please reach out to me anytime. Thank you, Seema. Our next graduate is, we are introduced Kunal Hankandi. Kunal Hankandi received his bachelor's degree in economics from NYU, and he has sent a video.
All right, hi everyone, Kunal here. Just graduated from NYU, class of 21. I think coming out of college, a very interesting experience. Going in, definitely not what I expected. I think that's something to take away is college is typically not what you go in expecting, and then you come out really looking at life very differently. Some advice, definitely would take things pretty lightly. Classes wise, do something that you like, something that you know you're going to enjoy, especially career wise. So kind of go in with a career focus, and then classes always kind of match out with what you would end up doing career wise. So that's kind of what I did, and it ended up working out. School wise, don't stress about getting into certain schools and whatnot. I think that's something I was stressed about when I was growing up. At the end of the day, it didn't really matter. If there's something you really enjoy and you're passionate about, it'll end up showing in where you want to end up working. So definitely a piece of advice there. I know I want to travel. I have been a couple places during COVID, but I think I'll probably go to next place is probably Paris or London. So yeah, I think generally take things light and enjoy college and enjoy the experience. It's only 4 years, so make sure you enjoy it. All right, bye.
Thank you, Kunal. Our next graduate is Trisha Gurukar. Can I have a slide, please? Trisha Gurukar received her bachelor degree in psychology and minor in cognitive science from Rutgers University. She has sent a video.
Hi everyone, my name is Trisha Gurukar and I recently graduated from Rutgers University, New Brunswick with an honors degree in psychology and a minor in cognitive science. I currently work as an ABA therapist with children on the spectrum, and it is what inspired me to become a school psychologist. I will be attending Rider University in the fall for my EDS degree in school psychology. I will also be working towards my board certification in behavioral analysis. This field is super important to me because I love working with kids and mental health is very important nowadays, and I'm excited to see what my generation, the future generation, and the future in general brings. Congrats to all the grads this year.
Congratulations to all the graduates. Now, Ashwin Avinauru, he will introduce the postgraduate.
Okay. Thank you, Geeta Patilara. Higher graduates is basically next is Bilva Chandra. She's graduating from Georgetown University, Wald School of Foreign Services. Sorry. Okay. I'm just going to tell her her message, which is displayed on the screen. Basically, she said from her, I am cyber threat intelligence analyst at LinkedIn, focused on combating advanced threat actors conducting influence operations on the platform. I am also a graduate of the Master's Security Studies program at the Ward School of Foreign Services at Georgetown University. My career interests are at the intersection of international security, emerging technology, AI, violent extremism, influence ops, and counterterrorism. I have an extensive background in research and strategy, particularly on emerging threats, and my area of expertise are online extremism, influence operation, public sector advisory, and data analytics. So this is Bilva Chandra, and the next graduate is Pujita Shiv Prasad, and she graduated from Berkeley Law School, and we got a video from her. I'll just put the video on.
Hi everyone. This is what awaits you if you go to law school. Right now I'm studying for the bar exam. I just graduated law school this past May after 3 years of hard work, and law school is something that anybody can do as long as you put in the time and the effort, and there's a lot of really great job opportunities out there for you. It's a great career choice for people who are interested in politics, in English and literature. It's a great job for people who are interested in the arts, philosophy, and even science. So this is a career path that's for everyone. Law school was really tough, but it was also really rewarding. I think I grew a lot as a person. I learned a lot about what is important to me and how I can use the law in a way that will best serve my community and serve other people. So after graduating from law school, I'll be working in Brooklyn at the Public Defender's Office, serving people who are poor and who are going through the criminal justice system. But specifically, I'll be helping mothers get their children back when they're taken from Child Protective Services. If you have any questions about law school or the journey, then please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay, so we have the next graduate. That's Meghna Huded, and she graduated from NJIT, majoring in electrical engineering. And the message she has given us is on the screen, and I will just read it out. Hi, my name is Meghna Chandravarkar. I graduated from NJIT, majored in electrical engineering. I wanted to say thank you to my family and friends for supporting me throughout my course, especially when I decided to pursue my graduation long time after my bachelor's. I thank all my VSNJ friends for kind and encouraging words. Thank you. And yeah, so this was the last graduate we were honoring, and so I will just stop sharing the screen. Okay, so yeah, now moving on to basically the to the parents of the graduates who are going to share their thoughts and experiences and give some guidance to the parents of younger kids who are in juniors or seniors who are going to go to college soon. Okay, so the next I will get Rajendra on the spotlight so he can talk to us.
I mean, you have to remove the spotlight from Geeta Patil.
Oh, sorry.
Naveen?
Yeah, getting it. Just a minute. Okay. Okay, remove that and.
Yeah, now good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, Rajendra, Nimgida control, like you are on the spotlight. You could give your thoughts and experience.
Okay. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಸೊ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ರಾಜೇಂದ್ರ ಮಹದೇವಪ್ಪ. ನಾನು ರಶ್ಮಿತಾ ರಾಜೇಂದ್ರನ ತಂದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿಯವರು ಸವಿತಾ ನಾಗರಾಜು ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So my part is really easy because I do have a lot of audience. I don't need to worry about the kids. So I need to address only the parents. So my experience for my first daughter, Rashmita Rajendra, is very simple. If I say something and she will listen to the another thing, always opposite. If I tell her to go to the Rutgers, she select the out of state. Okay, that is my advice. Just whatever you try, prepare for the worst possible scenario. Okay. Worst possible scenario, you cannot select the major for them. You cannot select the college for them. Anything and everything you tell them, it comes in other way around. That is my sincere advice to you guys. Okay. I know that most of them went through this, but this is what the first advice I wanted to give. So other than that, first thing I wanted to tell you all the parents is, please, rather than Googling a lot of stuff, you have a great asset in our community. Just to make a call to all the parents over here. They are my asset. They are the one who gave me the knowledge, what to do, what not to do, what to help, what not to help. I'll take this opportunity to thank you, few of them. Believe me, there are a lot more people around here, but I will tell you, thank you, the few of them. I made a short list. One is Madhu and Renu. Second one is Veena and Shankar. Third one, Gayatri and family. So Mangala and Vijay, and Harsha and family, Ashok and family, Ashok Patil, Asha and family, Mohan and family, Vijay, Anagandi and Lata, Jyoti Jagdish. Like that, the list goes. Okay. First advice is to please talk to them, because they already sent the 1 or 2 kids to their to the college, so that you'll get a great advice from them. So the next thing I wanted to tell is so selecting the major and selecting the college. It's if you are in the early game, like when you are trying to apply the application, probably October and November, make sure that you talk to your kids well before, and then even if you talk to them 1 time or 10 times or 100 times, they are not going to listen to you. So don't make a mistake of not making the deadline, the application, or rushing it towards the end. Make sure that you apply, and if you like the 10 or 15 colleges, please do early actions. Okay, that is very, very important. And third one is money. Okay, so you cannot talk anything to your kid about the money. Just talk about the other things, and then money comes to you. Talk to your wife. So because she is the one already has a kid. So out of that, I have one good video. Most of the high school, they do conduct a boot camp kind of thing 1 or 2 times. So I already saved one East Brunswick video. That is a very good video. I'm going to share it with you guys. 2 hours video. They will walk you through step by step how you can negotiate with the colleges regarding the scholarship. There are many, many other scholarships, hidden scholarships are available. So you do qualify for that. So that the steps and the buzzword and the acronyms, there are so many factors, the loan and all those stuff. Whoever the young people, even though second kid, I'm sure that you're going to forget, when the second kid in a high school or a early middle school like that. When it comes to that time, only then you'll remember. So I will forward. I will share with you guys that video that will be very useful. These are all the things I went through. Then finally, for my daughter, she was a little very good, nice kid, and she was listening to me everything all along. But not this one. She's very adamant about picking the college and picking her major. Believe me, she not even once blinked it. I wanted to send her to the Rutgers. It's a great school. All schools are great school. I wanted to send her to that. Not because of the money, because I want to be with her as much as possible. Also the money. Okay. So this is my experiences. Thank you so much for the help I got from the USNJ community. Once again, and thank you. And this is my advice. And anytime, please reach out to me. And definitely, I will come back to you again, because I have a second kid. So in next 3 years. And third, whether some of you know or some of you don't know, I have a third kid too. Okay. I will not going to bother for that. It's a kippy, and I can take care. Okay. Thank you so much.
I just want to add a couple of things. This occasion, I really want to thank those list of people and many more people who helped us. Like, I think we didn't realize how much it basically really useful, like at that time, because when a kid comes to college, then only you realize what question to ask, what question to get the answer for, and all those things. And we called so many people, like 3-4 times, and they every time they picked up the phone and helped us. So I really thank you for the VSNY committee for that. And one few more things, as Rajana said, we would like them to be very near, but do listen to your kids. They know at that age what is best. And at least we don't want to be saying that, oh, you know, like I wanted to go to this college, you send me that. You don't want to be in that situation, but always make a pros and cons of it, and then make them realize what is good, what is not, like each option, what is the good and bad. So, and based on that one, ultimately let them choose. This is really very important. Let them choose, let them realize the top or the college, the major they pick, how it affects and everything. So that's the only thing. I think, as I said, I really, once again, thankful to all the family members and the people we talked about this one. It's really helped.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Rajendra.
Rajendra, question answer session idea.
Probably you can have
it next session.
It may be a joke, but also a serious note, right? So young families, a lot of young families in VSNY, right? So what is your sutra for prevention is better than cure? ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಏಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಿಂದ ಏನಾರ ಪಳಗಿಸ್ಬೋದಾ ಏನಾರ?
ಅದಕ್ಕ ಏನೇ ಪಳಗಿಸಿದ್ರು ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ಲು ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಓಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಬಬ್ಲಿ ಸಮ್ ಮೋರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ನೌ ಆನ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ಶಿ ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ಮೀ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ಮಂತ್ರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸುನಿಲ್. Maybe you can try it.
But Sunil, I think they would know, Sunil. I think that they're already almost adult. So I think they do know best. Because they didn't come to the decision like yesterday, right? They also gone through 3 years, where their friends go, what is the major and all those things. You will realize it when your kids, because their interest, they also like 9th grade onward, they'll pick the subject. Like Rasmita picked a psychology, she became the president of it. She really, in that area, she really wanted to give it a try. So she picked the behavioral neuroscience in Northeastern. So they would know. I would say like you also respect their decision. So it also basically helps them a lot.
They are 100% sure what they're doing.
Yeah.
So we are a minority.
It's a lot of good feedback, actually. I mean, anyway, East Pacific, it's good direction for all of us to take it forward, actually.
No, believe me, talk to the parents. I got a hell a lot of it from the VSNJ family, believe me. So talk to each one of them. Really, really thankful to each one of them.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Rajendra.
Okay, thank you, Rajendra. Let's move on to Harsha Gurukar. I will get him on the spot.
Hi, everyone. Sunil, a comment. Yeah, Rajendra doesn't even have control over his third kid. Adella hogi kitchen alli destroy ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. You heard it, right? So ಹೊಡಿತಾನ ಅವನು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Right? Anyway, on a serious note.
Probably didn't see my third kid.
On a serious note, congratulations
This is my
to all
third kid. This is my third kid.
Yeah, I saw it.
If you want a different one, just like others, you can have it. But for me, this is enough. Thank you.
Yeah. On a serious note, congratulations to all the graduates. You did it in spite of the pandemic and all. What advice can I give the graduates? I mean, you guys summarized it pretty well. Suvan said, let me see. Rashmita said that you're your own person. So, you can't compare yourself with others. I mean, that's great advice. And Suvan said, follow your passion. And while following your passion, keep an eye on your career path. So you got to be a little focused too. And that's great advice. And somebody else said that you need to, actually Savita said that, you need to listen to your kids. I mean, really listen to your kids. We might not understand them right away. They're saying something and it's right, going right over your head. You need to sit down, talk to them, listen to them, and find out what is that they really want to do. And you could still guide them within their passion and definitely support their passion. Because it's a passion-filled journey, it could get off the rails and you need to be there. Parents do have a role, but you gotta let them pursue their passion. That's pretty much what I had to say, and whatever Rajendra said was true. Definitely use the network we have. Talk to people. They have experience. Each parent has a different experience, so you will benefit from that. So definitely do that. And parents, this is not over yet. So especially high school grads. This is going to go on for at least 4 more years. In some of our cases, a lot longer. So good luck, have fun, and like Savita said over and over again, that they know what they're doing. So just support them. Thank you.
Thank you, Harshavara. Next to Kavita. Kavita?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. So I want to repeat what Savita and Harsha said, right? Listen to your kids. My main advice that I would give to anyone or everyone is, kids already have this additional pressure internally from their peer pressure, their internal pressure too. You don't have to add to that stress, right? They know what they want. They are, I did that mistake with my kid. He was originally interested in engineering. When he chose that path of engineering, when he entered high school, I pulled him out of it saying, no, I want you to explore everything, right? Explore everything. If you still want to do it, you can go back. But he eventually went back to that. So I don't know if I did a good thing or bad thing to re-emphasize that he wanted to, get back into engineering itself. But so I did ask my kid, did you think, Amma made a mistake by pulling you back? Maybe you would have advanced further. He said, no, I think you pulling me out kind of emphasize that this is my passion, this is what I want to do, and it forced me to go back to what I wanted to originally do. Even though you put roadblocks here and there, I eventually went back to what I did. So that is one. Listen to your kids. They know what they want. Second, don't stress out, don't stress your kids. It's really not worth it. Know what they want, and they will walk towards what they want. And I've seen that with my kid. Once they make up their mind, they want to do what they want, and they went towards that. Me telling them, guiding them somewhere, as Rajendra said, I wanted him to be close by, but he was adamant. Now these are the two colleges that I want to go, and if I don't do that, I don't think it's worth it for me. So that is one. I think those are the two that I wanted to talk about. Don't stress out. Don't stress your kids. And listen to them. They know what they want. That's all I have.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Kavita.
Yep.
So next we will go to Sundaresh. I'll get you. Okay. Sabita. Okay.
Yeah. Namaskara ellarigu. Hi everyone. It's been a long time. So it's nice to see everybody. And congratulations to all the high school grads, along with my son. And also congratulations to undergrads and also to postgrads, people who have achieved higher status after the graduation. That's another pinnacle on your head and another hat. That's wonderful. And that's something which we all stress as families who hail from the Asian community. We keep stressing education, education, education. That's something that we pass on to our generation, where they really have to achieve something, whether it's an undergrad or higher education or master's, whatever path and career they choose. And I really admire all these kids, the amount of stress that they go through. Not that people who have graduated from India, we did not go through this, but definitely the stress level over here is much higher, and the competitive aspect of it also is very high. And given the fact that we parents are also educated over here, and we give an additional stress to them, telling them, like, giving our life lessons to them, don't do this, don't do that. Many times there are certain things that we have to really listen to them. That's the first thing we have to do. Listen to them from the time they go to high school. What is their interest in the subjects? Where are the weak points in them? When they're doing chemistry, or when they graduate chemistry and then go and take a physics, why are they lagging behind in physics? Or some kids, when they're taking math, all of a sudden they're not doing good in algebra 2. We all go through this, right? So as a parent, but you also have to listen to your children and see what interests them and what subject doesn't interest them outright. You could see in them, right? So I did go through 2 kids, 2 graduates, high school graduates from my house. Both are quite opposite to each other. So one is a physics and math, and the other person is more geared towards biology and chemistry. So this is what you have to listen to them, that they're saying, this is my passion. This is the subjects of choice that I want to choose. So don't try to emphasize, you think that, why aren't you not doing well in math? Why you're not taking physics? But you have to listen to them, and at the same time, give them whatever help they need to boost up, right? And the other thing is, don't let them take their focus away from whatever they're doing. Sometimes it's very hard as a parent to tell them, what, it's okay. Let's try out something else. For example, I tell you, when ever since kindergarten, Suwan was actually very interested in music. So I put him in violin, right? So he was excelling in music and playing violin. And he was so good at it that he could play violin so well. And all of a sudden he comes to me and he says, I don't like to play violin anymore. Now you spent 7 years teaching and then spending time, and all of a sudden this kid comes and says to you that I don't want to play violin. I want to switch my gears in high school and take saxophone. And you know what, sometimes we felt, oh my God, is this kid really doing the right thing? Why he wants to do this? But trust me, at that time we said, that's fine, do whatever it pleases you. And he really knew what he was doing. And he took saxophone to a different level, and he really mastered the skill of it. But that's something that you as a parent have to know what your kid is at. You can sense it, but give them that opportunity to explore new things. Let them master into it. Let them take that passion and hit it to the highest level, and they can achieve that. It's not only Suwan, every kid I see, I have seen in the music, whether it is dance, if you give them that opportunity, they can take it to the next level. So don't get them out of that focus, whether it is with respect to music or anything that they want to go to the higher step, but just be there and give them that, the whatever that they need, the help to master the skill in there. So that's one thing. And a lot of parents, we all talk about, getting help with respect to how to apply to college, and all that. But none of us will talk about the finances which are involved in putting them in the college. That's a very, very important thing that you need to discuss with your children at the level of high school itself. I mean, it's not that I'm trying to tell you guys to talk about pennies to penny, dollar to dollar, but that's not what I'm trying to say. When they are applying for colleges, tell them when they are in a stage where like you have 5 colleges and you don't know which one to choose, tell them to look in the other way. Is there something that this university is better than that university with respect to the tuition is involved? That's something nice that you want to instill in the kids in the beginning itself. So then they will pick, okay, why am I, for the same apple, I'm paying here $2 more. Why can't I just get the same amount in the university where it is just costing me $1? So instill in them, that's something nice. Then they will take it, okay, here I am. If I write a small essay for this, I can hit the scholarship. Probably I can take one subject AP course and get rid of this and try to reduce my tuition. Kids are very smart here, okay? Talk to them and tell them to explore more in depth into it, and they will definitely look into it. Because at one point, I experienced that with my daughter, Shruti. She was in a crossroads where she had 3 colleges in her lap, and then she didn't know which one to choose. So then we said, okay, you know what? We as a parent, we wanted her, like Rajendra said, we wanted her to be very close to us. So we said, take Maryland. Maryland is close by, and your passion is right there. But eventually she did all these pros and cons, including the finances. And then she took Purdue for the fact that Purdue gave her a wonderful finance opportunity, the scholarships, the presidential thing, everything into her lap. And she said, I would be stupid to let go of this. So let them make their choices at that point, even though it is quite far from you. They understand the value of what they are, how far they are, and why they chose this. So you have to let them choose that kind of a, weighing the outcomes. Then they are much more involved once they are seeing what they're getting and what they're paying for. So that's something which, as a parent, you also have to give that liberty for the kid to explore into it. And that's something which I just wanted to give advice to the parents. And as far as the career path is concerned, yes, we all have to listen to them, because they all have this thing that it says like, whatever my parents say, I don't want to listen to what they say. But yes, somewhere deep down in the heart, they know that we want the best for them, and they will come across and they say, you know what, you were right all along. So and so I think this is the path that I'm going to take it. So these kids are very smart, and don't think that they don't know what they're doing. They are 100% sure about their career choice, and let them make that, even if they are not right in the undergrad, and they will come and get it, at least in the, not in the high school, but at least in the undergrad. So give them that opportunity. So that is it now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sabita. Next, we'll move on to Shashidhar or Bhattad.
Okay, actually, Shashidhar.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he delegated this to me.
Okay, no problem.
So I'm going to be speaking.
Okay.
Our daughter Anvita graduated South Brunswick High School, like she said, and she'll be going to UPIT. And the general theme here, I completely agree with that, what parents have been saying, what the kids have been saying here. The kids are under too much pressure. They're very stressed out. And I totally understand, from like being first generation parents here, for us, it's very difficult to even imagine being under so much pressure that the high school kids especially are going through here. And as a high school math teacher, I hear that from the students firsthand all the time. Kids tell me, oh, I'm going to be grounded today. Oh, my parents are going to take my cell phone away. And that kid would have gotten 90 plus or even 95 on their test. So as Asian parents, like, we are known to put pressure on our kids, even including myself, sometimes, not always. So let them enjoy. Education is not all about grades. Let them do things that they like, but a little more seriously, of course. That's all I got to say. I'm going to keep it brief. Congrats to all the graduates and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so now we move on to Divakar. I don't see his name in the participant list. Should I be looking for some other name? Yeah.
Yadwad ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಅವರು.
Yadwad, okay. Oh, Yadwad, okay. So we'll move on to Yadwad.
Hi everyone, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಬಿನಿಯಾ ಯಾದವಾಡ್ and I have 2 daughters who graduated.
ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಇರಿ.
Okay.
I'm trying to get you. Yes, Shobha Yadwad.
Vinaya.
Okay.
I think screen name Raj ಅಂತಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಅವಿನ್.
ರಾಜ್ ಅಂತನಾ? Okay.
Yeah, screen name Raj ಅಂತಿದೆ.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. Am I right?
Hi everyone. Hi Yadwad, and my younger daughter just graduated from George Washington University, and I have an elder daughter. She also did her postgrad, and currently she is in med school. And firstly, I would like to tell the parents, they don't ask every day, did you do this, did you do that? They don't like to be micromanaged, so just let them do, and as all the other parents said, they know what they are doing, and they make right decisions. So that's why we should be behind them and support them what they are doing, and they know what they are doing very well. And that's what I'd like to reiterate, that's very, and we have to support them what they choose and what they want to do, and let them follow their passions. And I would like to congratulate all the grads for their amazing achievements. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I think we are done with most of all the parents. So actually, our next section basically is the entertainment program. I don't see Basavanna Gowder. So is he in here, or am I not seeing him or something? Or is he in a different name? Or anybody would like to, the mic is open. If anybody wants to give some, to sing a song or give up a stand-up comedy or something like that.
ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಲೋ
ಹಲೋ
ಹಲೋ.
ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಬಸವನಗೌಡ ಅವರೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ
ಗೌಡರ್ ಅಂತಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಗೌಡರ್ ಅಂತಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ.
ಓಕೆ,
ನನ್ನ ಮುಖನೇ ನನಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಓಕೆ,
ಇವಾಗ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದಿವಾಕರ ಬಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ ವಾಪಸ್ಸು.
ಹೌದು, ಓಕೆ, ಆಯ್ತು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೂಡ್ ಆನ್. ಆಯ್ತು,
ಹಾಡು ಹೇಳೋಣ.
ಒಂದು ಎರಡು ಹಾಡು ಹಾಡಿ.
ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ತರ್ತೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ?
ನನ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
ಓಕೆ, ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ?
ಹಾ, ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ.
ಸೊ ಎನಿ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸಾಂಗ್ ಸರ್?
ಬಾರೆ ಬಾರೆ ಹಾಕಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ನಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಏನ್ ನಾನು ಹಾಡಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತನಾ?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತದ? ಯಾ, they're all listening. ಒಂದೇ ನಿಮಿಷ
ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಸರಿ, ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ನಾನು ಅದು ಹಾಡು ಹುಡುಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳುತ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
ಕೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಸೌಂಡ್ ಕೇಳುತ್ತೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತಾನೇ ಬೇಕು.
ಓಕೆ,
ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಹುಡುಕನಿರಿ, ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಾರಿ,
ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಂತೀರಿ, ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ,
I mean, if you want Trisha to sing while he's loading.
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಸೌಂಡ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಸೌಂಡ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕೇಳಿಸಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯೋಕೆ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯೋಕೆ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಕೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಹೇಳಿ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
ಹೌದಾ? ಓಕೆ.
ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಆಡಿಯೋ?
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದು Trisha is also there. Can she sing the song and then we can come back to you, but then you can set it up.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯೋಕೆ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಓಕೆ.
ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
ನೀವೇ ಹುಡುಕಿ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಇಟ್ ಸಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಏನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮಿಸ್.
BARE ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ BARE KAR ಕ್ಯಾರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿಂಕ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಹಾಡು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಇದು BARE ನಾ?
ಹೌದು. ಬಾರೆ ಬಾರೆ ಚಂದದ ಚೆಲುವಿನ ತಾರೆ. ಹಂಗೆ ಆಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ಬಿಡಿ, ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಇಲ್ದಂಗೆ. ಪಾಪ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀ ಹಂಗೆ ಹಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm just pulling up the lyrics here.
ಬಸವನಗೌಡ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಹಾಕ್ತೀಯಾ?
ಹಾಕಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾಕಿ. ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ.
ಕೇಳಿಸುತ್ತಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನೇ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹಂಗೆ ಲಿರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲವು ಸರ್ತಿ, ಬೇಕಾದಾಗೇನು ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಲಿಂಕ್
ಸರ್ ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ನಾನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದು.
ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು, ಅದು ಆಡಿಯೋ ತುಂಬಾ ಡಿಲೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಬಾರೆ 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 ಒಲವಿನ ಚಿಲುಮೆಯದ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀಯಾ? ಬಾರೆ ಬಾರೆ ಚಂದದ ಚೆಲುವಿನ ತಾರೆ, ಬಾರೆ ಬಾರೆ ಒಲವಿನ ಚಿಲುಮೆಯದಾರೆ. ಕಣ್ಣಿನ ಸನ್ನೆಯ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮರೆಯಲಾರೆ, ಚಂದ್ರತಿ ಮೇಲಿನ ಹೂನಗೆ ಮರೆಯಲಾರೆ. ಕಣ್ಣಿನ ಸನ್ನೆಯ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮರೆಯಲಾರೆ, ಚಂದ್ರತಿ ಮೇಲಿನ ಹೂನಗೆ ಮರೆಯಲಾರೆ. ಮೌನ ಗೌರಿಯ ಮೋಹದ ಬಾರೆ ಚಂದದ ಚಿಲುವಿನ ತಾರೆ, ಒಲವಿನ ಚಿಲುಮೆಯದ. ಸಾರಿ, ಯಾಕೋ ಲಿರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಬಾರೆ ಬಾರೆ ಚಂದದ ಚೆಲುವಿನ ತಾರೆ, ಬಾರೆ ಬಾರೆ ಒಲವಿನ ಚಿಲುಮೆಯ